The draft is officially over. And as fans, I think we should be really proud of our Cowboys. I think they heard Cowboy Nation's pleas. Remember, if you come in, please smash that like button, hit that share button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's YouTube at Busy. Welcome to an episode of Getting Busy. And with that being said, let's get busy. Well, the draft is over, and the Cowboys, man, have they went to work on that defense. I mean, you got to give them a standing ovation for that. I mean, that was, think about it. Let's, I can go through here. I'm actually going to go through here and look at it. The new additions that we got, man. I mean, that's just, last I checked, we had like 9. Nine additions on defense. Made a trade with the 49ers to bring in D. Winters. Got us a linebacker. Traded a 5th-round pick for that. Let's just go through. So we did end up with a one over offensive tackle. Take that back. We got 2 offensive tackles, man. So, man, I think they're trying to put together a top 15 defense here. I mean, just by looking at what the ideas. I mean, oh, dude, Anyway, they went straight to work. And so now, when you look at it in general, you probably got 9 different defensive players on the team now. So, man, and doesn't mean they're all going to start. So let's just think about it for a minute. Caleb Downs is going to start. Oh man, I can't tell you. I think when you see my live, you knew I was ecstatic when that name came up. I didn't think they needed to move up to get him, but man, when I heard that name, Caleb, because I really didn't think they had a chance. I really did not think they had a chance at Caleb Downs. I had them taking Ruben Bain. Then we're getting down there to close, and I'm seeing Caleb Downs still on the board, along with Ruben Baines and Keem Mesidors and some of the players that I really looked at, and I'm thinking, man. They got a shot at Caleb Downs. And I was like, oh, hell yes. Because believe it or not, that is the best defensive player in the draft. Bar none. That's a fact. That's the best defensive player in the draft. Now, I'm going to put him up there right in between, probably a little bit higher than Roy Williams, but not as high as Darren Woodson yet. Darren Woodson is my favorite safety of all time. I'm just going to put it out there. The man belongs in the Hall of Fame. We've waited long enough. Put the man in the Hall of Fame because he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. 2 of the best safeties I've ever seen play is Darren Woodson and, of course, Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu is in the Hall of Fame. So I think he's in the Hall of Fame. Is he in the Hall of Fame? So I think he's in the Hall of Fame. So if not, he's damn short going. But they've been saying Darren Woodson is going to be in. He's just a couple years ago, he was the last one to get voted out, and he was voted out for Devin Hester. Oh, hell no. Some damn committee on that. But anyway, I'm going to give Caleb Downs that kind of grade because he's that kind of player. He's a hybrid. You can swing him out to corner. You can swing him into safety. Hell, he can watch him blitz. Man, the dude's a real deal. And you might be able to put him as a weak side linebacker, man. he's just that guy. That was a big time pickup. Now, when we picked up Malachi Lawrence, I'm still kind of don't know what to say about that, because there was other players that I thought we could have been looking at more than him. Because I'm going to tell you what, I have not looked at him. I did not have him on my list. I didn't have him on my board. I just didn't have him. So that one was a new one for me. Now, when I started watching some of my favorite, some of my content creators that I love to watch, they like Henny, he had him on his board. So somewhere I missed something where I didn't look at him. I didn't scout him. I didn't look at no film on him. I didn't even look at no highlights. I looked at nothing. So I knew nothing about this guy. And now he's on my team as an edge rusher. And welcome to the Cowboys. Then going in the third round, the second round, I'm thinking, okay, who are we going to pick up? What's going on here? Because all of a sudden everybody's talking about, somebody's going into the war room, man. They're laughing and cutting up and high-fiving, and then I found out they traded for a linebacker, that D. Winters from the 49ers. So now we traded a 5th-round pick for him. So now we got a linebacker. Then at pick 92, they turn around and they picked a corner up. Dude. Then finally, they pick an offensive lineman up in a couple of them in the 4th round, man. So Cowboys went to work on defense. They went to work on defense. And you got to count in everything that you've seen in the offseason. 1, they traded for Rashawn Gary. Good pickup there. 2, they got Jalen Thompson as a free agent, strong safety. 3-year deal. They picked up Kobe Durant. They got P.J. Locke. Drafted Caleb Downs. Drafted Malachi Lawrence. Drafted another linebacker out of Michigan. I can't pronounce his name, but that was actually the 3rd round pick, not the corner. The corner was in the 4th round with 2 other tackles. So I guess I think that's what I'm seeing. So I ain't got a list here in front of me. I'm just winging it right now. So that's what I'm seeing. So we as Cowboy fans should be really proud of our Cowboys. They heard us say this defense is a fucking mess, and they absolutely went to work on it. So now we are looking at an entirely new defense coming out on that field next year. We're going to have an entirely new rotation. Not to mention a whole new defensive attack with the new defensive coordinator we have. So we're getting the guys that he wanted. This guy, our new defensive coordinator, has to be ecstatic right now because we got all the guys that he wanted. That's huge. That is so huge, and I'm excited right now. I'm happy to be a Cowboy fan right now. It feels good. Now, I know we still got to see what this is going to look like on the field. I get that. But why shouldn't we not be happy right now? I'm really happy. For one, all the talk about George Pickens and how he's not going to sign the franchise tag. Guess what, bitch? He signed it. Shut the fuck up. He signed it. He's a Cowboy. 2026. He's a Cowboy. He is now under contract with the Dallas Cowboys. So stop. And the first thing they said, okay, he's going to sign the contract. They're going to trade him at the draft. Man, goofy shit. Just to keep us in the media. Goofy shit. Stop. It's ridiculous. We have one of our biggest weapons, George Pickens. We have CeeDee Lamb, our biggest weapon. We have Jadeveon Clowney. I'm sorry, Javonte Williams, man. So maybe it would be nice to get Jadeveon Clowney back, but I just got a feeling he's getting ready to retire. So, anyway, we've got our offense together, and now we're looking at an entirely new defense. This is going to be the Cowboys are turning heads out there right now. People believe that, and I'm happy right now. I think I'm going to do a lot of. I'm gonna be honest. I was on Boss's show the other day and watching him as he's breaking down some game film on Malachi Lawrence, but he did something crazy. He pulled it up from 2024 where he had to face it was Arizona State versus UCF I think it was November 9th, 2024, and he was facing Max Iudacor. It did not go well, man. It didn't. He didn't. Max was on him. It was 2 years ago. I don't know what it'd been like last year. I don't know nothing about the guy, but it was my first time seeing him. So I imagine there's going to be better highlights and better film on him. I hope. I will be looking, but that's the only one I've seen so far. And it didn't look good. But one thing about it is last year, though he didn't get a lot of sacks, but what he did do last year, he got 11 tackles for loss. And that's just as good as a damn sack. It's just you're not hitting the quarterback. If you're tackling somebody behind the line of scrimmage, they're losing yardage, and that's a down that's wasted, man. So it's the same as a sack, only it's not a quarterback. 11 times he caught a guy behind that's probably the running back or maybe a end around or something. But 11 times he tackled somebody for a loss last year. That to me, that's as good as a sack. So he got 5 sacks last year. 11 tackles for loss. So there's something we got to look at right there. And the fact that Christian Parker wanted him. So there's our first 2 picks. So now it's time to look at the Micah trade again. I don't like talking about Micah, I know, but I'm still a Micah fan. I loved Micah when he was here. I wish I would still love to have him be here, to be honest. But now, Micah, when we let Micah go, immediately we got Kenny Clark. We got two first round draft picks out of it. We used one for Quinnen Williams. We all know how good that turned out. The next one, we used it for Caleb Downs. Then we used ours for Malachi Lawrence. And we still got one coming next year. So what being said now, we've gotten 3 solid players now out of Micah Parsons. Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, and Caleb Downs. That's awesome. That's awesome. To say if we won the trade or not, I really don't care. I want to win ball games. I don't give a damn about that trade. I want to win ball games. So now let's get. We've got our George Pickens signed for the franchise tag. We've got Javonte Williams signed for 3 years. We've got a free agent and Jalen Thompson signed for 3 years. And here's the thing: we may not be done. You know, here I am. I'm thinking, man, Cowboys are going to be Cowboys. They're going to do Cowboys shit. Okay, I'm always thinking that. All right, we're all saying, okay, defense. We got to go defense. And I'm thinking, well, you know, Cowboys. I can see them going defense, offense in that first round. But no, man, they stayed defense all the way through. So kudos. They understand what the number one problem was, and I'm sure Christian Parker's like, Jerry, listen to me. This is what I need. This is what I got to get. What I can do with. I can do this and this with these people if you get me these people. I mean, who the fuck ain't gonna want Caleb Downs, especially if you're a secondary specialist, man. So, yeah, that's who Christian Parker wanted from the get. I promise you, when he had a chance at Caleb Downs, he's probably Jerry. Don't give us a chance. Personally, I don't think Miami was going to draft him because I had Miami taking a lineman, and it's exactly what they did. Even after they traded and got two fifth-round picks. And then, Cowboys, when they'd already, which is a funny story I watched on Facebook, they knew that I guess Pittsburgh was really looking to get Malachi Lemon, and Cowboys got wind of it. There's probably some, Mike McCarthy and his coaching staff all come from Dallas. So I imagine that somebody was probably texting. Somebody said, Pittsburgh wants Malachi Lemon. So he's like, oh, shit. Let's see what Philadelphia's got to say about that, because they're getting ready to lose their star receiver. So they call Philadelphia up. Say, hey, man, we know for a fact that fucking Malachi Lemon's getting ready to go off the board. What will you give if we trade back with you and you trade up? What will you give us? Because Dallas had already had Malachi Lawrence on their board, so they were taking him regardless. And so Philly steps up and says, "Okay, we'll trade up with you. We'll give you 2 fourth-round picks." And Dallas said, "Bet, bet." There you go. And then I understand is Pittsburgh is pissed. They wanted it. So what they do? They stepped up. I think it took. They took who they did. I think it was who was it? I think it was a lineman. I'm not real sure, but and then the next pick was Mesidor. I guess somebody thought they was ganking us on that. Me, I did want Mesidor, but man, I think that was funny. Just the fact that somebody that Cowboys got so petty with somebody. I think it's great. I'm sorry. I think it's great, man. I'm gonna give him gunfire for that. I think that's great. I'm sorry. I watched that on it was on YouTube and Facebook, and I got a kick out of it, man. So yeah, Cowboys getting petty. Turn around, got a little bit. Got 2 fourth-round picks out of the Eagles, and so they can get the player they wanted, man. And the Cowboys were still getting the player they wanted. Works for me. So, take that, McCarthy. You and your goddamn red challenge flag when Dez caught that goddamn ball, and you know he did. McCarthy did a hell of a job with us for the 3 years. Taking us 12-5 3 years in a row for the 5 years he was our coach. He did a good job. So I'm not going to sit here and badmouth Big Mike. I like Big Mike, but I still think that's funny as hell, man. I just think that's funny as hell. So, anyway, Cowboys they revamped that defense, man. I was expecting somewhere they take a running back or a tight end or something. They did defense. And then the offense they took offensive linemen. They was like, shit, we got to have somebody, man. So kudos. Man, I can sit here and say, yeah, Cowboys got to go defense. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, that's just not the Cowboy way. That's not a Jerry Jones way. Jerry Jones likes to have that glitz and glamour. He likes to have that high-flying offense because it looks sexy as hell on TV. He gets to talk shit about it, you know? He can say, ha, 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 look at my quarterback that everybody gives me shit about that I paid so much money, but look at him out there balling, man. So that's Jerry Jones. He likes it. He likes to look like a diva. So he stuck to the defense, man. And man, thank you, Jerry Jones. Thank you so much. So I will give you a standing ovation for that. Thumbs up. Yes, I'm happy. Now we got to see if this is all pans out. Okay, we got our team together. Pickens is not holding out. Excuse me. And we've got him. We got him on the tag. He'll be available for OTAs, for mini camps, for training camp. There will be no holdout. And now, of course, they're going to be pushing the narrative that, okay, the Cowboys can trade him now. They can do whatever they want. They can trade him. What the fuck they going to trade him for? I mean, why would they want to trade him right now? I mean, there's got to be something really spectacular for them to trade him now. Because they're tied to him now for $27.3 million for this year alone. So, stop it. As Stephen Jones said, he don't know where that shit come from. Not one time did he say anything that he was interested in trading George Pickens. Then they're saying, well, George's not signing it just to make sure that he doesn't get traded. And if George did that, just tells me George is dead set about wanting to be a Cowboy, man. And that's awesome. That's awesome. He wants to be at Dallas. He wants to play with Dak. He wants to play with CD. He wants to play for Shoddy. He wants Jerry Jones as his boss. So I'm happy right now. I just want to see what it looks like on the field now. Now I know we're all going to have some problems. You know, training camp's coming up. We gotta get these guys up in shape. Got to whip them into shape. We got OTAs, and that is such a great thing. Is that everybody is fucking signed, man. So everybody's on the team. Well, once of course they got to sign their rookies and stuff. So, but that's pretty much going to happen. I think last year was the first time I ever seen a rookie hit the Bengals hold out, man. I thought, man, what the fuck kind of goofies is that? A rookie holding out. I just don't see that happening right now. Not at Dallas, because it's just not gonna happen. I just can't. It's just not gonna happen. So we get everybody in. Oh man, this is, and if we still may pick up a veteran fucking player still, man. I mean, why not keep going? They addressed the linebacker, D. Winters. Of course, we got to see if Overshown's going to stay healthy, because I love Overshown. I love him to death, but he just has not stayed healthy. I mean, every year he's going now into his is this his fourth year, third? See, first year he tore ACL. This is his fourth year, and not one damn time has he played a full season. He's not even played over a half a season. So we got to get him healthy and get him playing and get him hopefully get to play 17 damn games. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be awesome. And so we picked up D. Winters. He's good. He's decent. I think he stepped in last year and filled in for an injured Fred Warner for the 49ers, and they did a real good job. But so now, regardless, our linebacker room is so sorry. He's probably an instant starter. So I'm going down the line. Obviously Malachi Lawrence and Donovan Ezaraku are going to be going head to head on who's going to be that other defensive end. Regardless, they're all going to get playing time. But the starters, I say, obviously is going to be one. It's going to be Rashawn Gary. The other will probably be Donovan Ezaraku, and and of course there's that new rookie coming in from Michigan. He's an outside linebacker. So Sam Williams is, he's on a 1-year deal to make or break. They gave him a chance because they're saying, okay, you were hurt year before, and last year you looked like shit, so we're going to give you one more damn year if you're looking to see if we're going to want to keep you or not. So, and a couple years ago, Sam Williams was really tough, man. So I mean, he played some good ball, but I get it. He had Demarcus Lawrence and he had Micah Parsons on as the ends, so he got to really benefit off that. And now he don't have that, but now you're putting it all together. We don't have that one dominating pass rusher. We don't have that. I would love to still have that. I would love to have, I think you all know who I want. I'd love to still have Max Crosby and put it on that edge. I mean, but it doesn't look too promising as of now. Now the draft is over and there was no trade made for him, so it would have to be a trade for next year. It'd probably be done between now and the trade deadline. So and the Raiders did some good work in the draft too. So kudos to them. Max is he may just end up staying there. Maybe we could look at Jadeveon Clowney coming back for one season. Who knows? To have that one dominating pass rusher. So now we're going to be relying a lot on Ezraku Williams and of course Rashawn Gary, who's probably who's the best at all of them, to hopefully become a cohesive unit, and instead of having just one maybe dominating, but have several very good, really good ones, and it could create havoc. We will see, but I know one thing: we got us a badass safety, man. So we got a rookie sensation. We got a generational talent, man. That's a fact. Caleb Downs is that dude. All you got to, you ain't even got to look at no highlights on him. All you got to do is pop in a damn game on with Ohio State. I don't give a damn who they're playing. You will see him all over the field on defense. You'll hear his name. Tackle, Caleb Downs. Batted down, Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs, sack on a blitz. Caleb Downs, rush the quarterback. Caleb Downs, stop the runner. You're going to hear his name constantly. Yeah, you're going to hear Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese, and that defense was just a bomb, man. It was. So, yeah, but I say out of all those great players that's on that defense, Caleb Downs was their best. Of course, Sonny Styles with the performance he put on at the combine, I get why he went so early. Arvell Reese, he didn't go as early as I said he was. I thought he would go second, but David Bailey went second. Then my guy, that was so funny. I had on my draft, I had obviously Mendoza going first. I had Arvell Reese going second. I had David Bailey going third. I had then I had Jeremiah Love. I was one off on all of them, man. So, but still, those players went in the top five, and when the fifth pick was made, all those guys were gone, and I sort of did have it right, but just not in order, man. So it was funny. But I still say, with all those players Ohio State had, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, and Caleb Downs, he was just the best out of all of them, man. And I'll stand on that. You don't even have to go look at highlights of him or any game film. All you got to do is go watch a fucking game, man, and just pick a game. It's every game. It was like that. Every game. So yeah, I really believe Caleb Downs is going to be. We're going to be talking about him in years to come. So yeah, I'm happy as hell about that. Now we can sit here and talk about it all we want. We just got to see it on the field. But thing is, I've seen him play. I see what he's about. He's going to bring that same shit to the NFL. Yeah, he's going to. It's going to probably take a minute or two. I ain't going to lie. I mean, because let's just face it. Our offense is still the pride and the heart and soul of this team is our offense. Our offense is still going to have to carry this team for a few weeks, starting the season, until that defense gets a chance to gel in game time situations. You can practice all you want, drills all you want, scrimmage all you want, You're not going to get that camaraderie down until it's actually in a game. So, and this is a entirely new defense, an entirely new scheme. And Parker went and got the guys he wanted, man, and Jerry gave it to him. And then I get it. You cannot let this young man put this young man in a position to fail. You just can't. It just does. The media would eat him alive. Parker is a young black man, and if they put him in a position to not succeed, the media would eat him alive. I mean, the media would eat Jerry alive, and just believe that. So, kudos to Jerry. Stepped up. We got him everything he needs. I'm happy as hell that Christian Parker is my coordinator and that he is got the players that he wants, man. So, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. We don't need the drama. So, I'm happy to be a Cowboy right now. I think it's fantastic. I was talking to my friend Rose, who's in our Cowboys group that we do, and she thinks that we're trying to put together a top 10 defense, and I don't want to go that crazy, but man, they sure the hell went to work on it, man. I mean, they didn't really go after it. Well, they got their superstars. They got their superstars. Caleb Downs, yeah. So now we got secondary players out the ass. We've got I still need to work on that linebacker, man. Honestly, when that second first-round pick was coming, I was really looking at Akeem Mesidor. But once a Mesidor was gone, I thought, man, they're going to probably look for like a Jacob Rodriguez or – and then, we thought a little later in the draft when we heard they were looking at a linebacker, man, we thought it was going to be Allen. Yeah, damn. But we ended up with D Winters from San Francisco. So that was our fifth-round pick we gave. We gave a fifth-round pick for him. I'm happy. I think it's I'm ready to see what the letter grades are, but I think Cowboys deserve they deserve an A for effort on this. They went to work knowing where their problems was, and they addressed it. So I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about that. And, there's still some free agents that probably pick up, or they probably still might make a trade. Who knows? It's just the fact that he did this, man, is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm happy for Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. You've heard our cries. All we want is a defense that can get these teams off the damn field on third down, get our offense in good play and good yardage, maybe cause a turnover or two here and there. Just keep our offense not having to constantly go for it on fourth down, having to. I fuck that. We need to stay aggressive, man. So our offense is too damn good. So what I'm saying is get teams off on third down. That's just a big key. That's something we didn't do. We didn't get no turnovers. We couldn't get no teams off. We were terrible on third down. Our secondary was for trash. I mean, it was atrocious to watch last year. So the fact that they addressed all that, so I'm happy. But out of all of it, man, the fact that Pickens signed the deal when the whole damn world was saying that he wouldn't, or that he was going to hold in, he was going to put up, he was going to do this, he's going to do all kinds of stuff, and then in that one press conference, man, when somebody asked about that, Schottenheimer flat out stepped up and said, "No, you know why? Dak Prescott will not allow that." So that's some of the things that we got to look at too. Is that our quarterback is the leader that we say he is, and our coaching staff says it too. Our management says it too. Dak is that guy. So yeah. And Pickens has said too many times He loves playing with Dak. He's never had a quarterback like that, so it's pretty cool. We got to see it on the field. Now, this time to get to work, everybody's reporting to the Star to get to see the facilities and know how good they're going to have it for the next 4 or 5 years. Let's get to work, guys. Let's get to work. Old-timers like myself, we're dying to see number 6. We're dying to see it. And with that being said, I'm happy the Cowboys did what they did. I'm happy George Pickens is in the house. I'm just right now. This is a good week for the Cowboys. It's a really good week. So with that being said, you know what it is. Until next time, we still them boys. Have a good one, man. Entirely new defense. Fantastic.